Do you ever wonder why women keep screwing you over in relationships? Well, the truth is that it's your own fault. And the reason why is because you build your attraction, you build these relationships on weak foundations. Because what you do is, you chase pleasure instead of purpose. You pick women based on the pleasure that they give you, the short-term, meaningless pleasure, instant gratification. You value things like looks, sexual excitement, all this superficial shit that does nothing for you. I'll take you back to a time when I was younger. I remember there'd be times in high school where I'd get a crush on a girl, and I didn't really know her. Because I didn't have the confidence to fucking speak to women, right? I'm sure we've all been there. And, so I wouldn't speak to her, yet I'd find her so attractive because she was good looking, right? A lot of the girls that I liked when I was younger, I was physically attracted to them. But I didn't have a personality that I didn't know anything more. And because I was lacking in experience at the time, my mind had kind of fixated on that, thinking that this was all that mattered. Because I didn't realise, we've all been there when we're younger. We don't realise just how, important, or should I say, not important looks are. And I'd remember, I'd go home, and then I'd be in bed at night, and I'd be fantasising about these girls. I'd be thinking about them, being next to me, being on dates and shit like that. And, I'd be painting this imaginary picture of her in my mind, because I didn't know who she was. So I was almost making up a personality while I was there. And because I allowed this to happen, because I focused so much on her, because I thought, oh shit, she's so fucking beautiful. I need to have her. I want her so bad. And that was such a shit foundation for a relationship. And, imagine what would happen if I'd have actually got with these women. These relationships would not have lasted. And they wouldn't have lasted because these women were probably not for me. I mean, sure, they might have been, but what are the chances that they actually were? I didn't know anything about them. And, looking back, why would I want a woman whose personality doesn't align with mine? Most women these days, and especially fucking good-looking women, a lot of women are not that great. A lot of women do not have much to offer in terms of personality, in terms of values. And so many men fixate on the meaningless bullshit. And then they wonder why so many women keep fucking them over in relationships. If you chase meaningless pleasure, you're going to get meaningless results. If all you care about in a woman is looks, sexual excitement, the fun that you might have with her, understand, guys, that you are going to get fucked over, because you're going for women who only care about the same things. And there's going to be no depth there. So when you get boring, when she gets bored of you, she's going to fuck you over because you're not providing those things that she actually wants. Those are her fucking shitty values, right? As you get older, as you get more boring, as you get less fucking, as you become less exciting, or as the relationship takes its course, naturally she's not going to want you anymore. And yes, she's going to fuck you over and she's going to hurt you. Because she's a superficial woman who does not care about meaning, who does not want, a genuine connection. And if you're chasing that in the first place, you are going to get fucked over. Instead, if you want a genuine connection, you want a genuine relationship, a healthy one that's going to last, and you're going to be able to settle down, have kids and all those things, you need to, from the very beginning, get your priorities right. You need to have standards. You need to think, does this woman want a family? Does this woman want to settle down eventually, have kids? Is this woman feminine? Does this woman, what are her green flags? What are her red flags? Is she the kind of woman that enjoys going out partying, who enjoys going clubbing and fucking hanging around with loads of fucking men and shit like that? Is she a degenerate? Has she had a lot of casual sex in her time? Or is she the kind of woman who spends most of her time with her family? Does she enjoy spending time with her younger siblings? Maybe she's got nephews, nieces. Is she good with animals? Does she have a personality? Does she like reading books? Is she, is she more intellectual? Is she, got more of a, is she more spiritual? What are her values? Look at these things. Imagine the kind of woman that would want a family, right? Those are the kind of standards that you need to look out for. You need to look for women who want a genuine connection. Because women who do want a genuine connection, they're not going to go indulge in all this cheap, shitty pleasure. They're going to chase purpose instead of pleasure. And not only that, but you need to become the man that is purposeful. Don't be the shitty pleasure chasing guy that's, he's got his life's on a fucking downward trend. You're chasing meaningless hookups, you're chasing, fucking money or whatever. I'm not saying you can't have a little bit of that. I'm not saying you can't, build more wealth for yourself. But live a purposeful life. Have some meaning behind yourself. Be a guy that's doing better for himself. That's developing himself. Mentally, physically, emotionally, all those things. And the more you chase your purpose, the more likely it is that you'll find a woman who resonates with that, who resonates with you, who's going to grow with you together, who's going to support you. All those things, right? That's what forms a bond. That's what forms a connection. Principles, values, all those things. And if you get that right, if you prioritise those things, you will have a successful relationship that's going to last. So stop chasing pleasure and start chasing purpose. And yeah, if you'd like to become a more self-improving man, you want to develop yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all those things, then check the link in description. I've got a men's self-improvement group on Facebook. I hope this video was valuable to you. If it was, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed that video. That's all I'm going to say about that. Bye.